What is the thing that almost everyone likes? The answer is sports. Today we are going to tell you legends of all sports. If you want to know who is the greatest athlete ever of your favorite sports, watch this video till the end.
This here's the story of Cassius Clay, who changed his name to Muhammad Ali. He knows how to talk and he knows how to fight, and all the contenders were beat out of sight. Sing Muhammad, Muhammad Ali.
Greatest legend of boxing. Cassius Marcellus Clay, known as Muhammad Ali, is no doubt the greatest boxer ever. In his play days, he was known as the most famous man on planet Earth. There was barely somebody who hadn't seen him boxing or didn't know him. He was the king of the ring. Muhammad Ali defeated all the heavyweight champions of his time. He won the gold medal in 1960 Olympics and went on to become the first to win the heavyweight title 3 times. The things that made him so extraordinary were his cat-eye reflections, stamina, and hands made of steel. When Ali was about 2 or 3 years old, while he was playing with his mother, little Muhammad Ali punched her on the face and unbelievably her tooth broke. There is no doubt he was made for boxing. Ali fought 61 fights in his career, in which 56 were wins and 37 were knockouts, and only 5 were losers. Ali's career is known as the golden age of boxing and he can't be forgotten. Muhammad Ali died at the age of 74 in 2016 on 3rd June from septic shock due to unspecified natural causes. Greatest legend of gymnastics. Can you flip a bottle in a way that it may land perfectly and stand straight even in the first attempt? It can happen by chance, but is obviously impossible every time. But in 1976 Montreal Olympics, a 14-year-old girl mesmerized the whole world by flipping herself in the air so fast and landed so perfectly without a tiny jerk. Yes, we are talking about Nadia Comaneci. In the history of gymnastics, there wasn't a concept of perfect landing and a perfect score 10.00. Gymnastics is a game fully dependent on the decision of judges, and they never give a perfect score of 10.00 to any athlete. They thought no one can be so perfect to get a perfect 10. But all the judges were proven wrong when the extraordinary and unbelievable performance of Nadia compelled them to give the perfect 10.00. She is also credited to make gymnastics popular around the globe. Before Nadia, the scoreboard of the game didn't have 4 digits board. So when she got a perfect 10, Nadia's score was given 1.00 on the board, and an announcement was made that first time in history of gymnastics, perfect 10.00 is being given to Nadia Comaneci. Nadia says, "I was expecting to get 9.99, but I didn't knew I was that good." That year, she got 6 more perfect scores. Her coach says that when she was little and used to practice, when I gave her 10 push-ups to do, she did 15 to be better than others, and this energy took her to the top. He also said that getting a perfect 10 became a routine for us. It was not a big deal to get it for Nadia. She is known as the Queen of Montreal 1976 and is legend of legends in gymnastics. Greatest legend of martial arts. Bruce Lee is mostly famous as an actor, but actually, he is the founder of modern mixed martial arts, MMA. Bruce Lee was trained by 12 Kung Fu masters who had different skills. After getting trained 12 different types of Kung Fu techniques, Lee invented his own technique. and with that technique, he defeated all 12 of his masters. Bruce Lee became invincible and nobody was able to touch him in a combat. He is the legend of legends of martial arts. He is the one who made Kung Fu popular in all over the world. Bruce Lee was continuously enhancing his skills, and some people say that before death, Lee was practicing to stop a bullet from his hand. However, it is not verified by anybody, so we can't say if it's true or not. Lee died on July 20, 1973 in Hong Kong due to brain swelling while sleeping because of a wrong reaction of a pill. But he is still remembered as the legend of martial arts, extraordinary human being, and a brilliant actor. Greatest legend of squash. When winning is a routine, then losing becomes the news. This was the case with Jahangir Khan, the greatest player of squash the world has ever seen. Jahangir Khan won British Open consecutively from 1982 to 1991 and World Open from 1981 to 1985 and in 1988. These records are unbroken. Winning was so certain for him that other top squash players quit thinking of any victory until Jahangir retires, and some newcomers in the sports switched to other sports because they thought there was no scope in this sports and becoming the champion till Jahangir existed. Once a player went up to the extent that he said, "I touched Jahangir," to check whether he is a human or not. Even more amazing thing about Jahangir Khan is that he was born with hernia and his doctor forbade him to play squash because it was extremely dangerous for his life. But he didn't let any hurdle come into the way of his dream, and he proved himself that he is the legend. Greatest legend of football. We all play video games. They consist of codes, commands, and built-in actions. Everything is pre-planned in them. Just like this, when Pele used to play football, everything looked it was pre-planned, just like video games. He was the king of football and no one could beat him at dodging. He had so many dodging tricks that he gave a unique dodge every time to a player faced him. Actually, some of his goals look illogical or VFX at first sight. You have to watch them again to see what happened. When the ball came in front of him, nobody was able to get it from him until he scored the goal. He made 1281 goals in 1363 games in his career. His expertise in the game was so high that when, in one match, he hit the ball to make the goal, but the ball hit the pole. It seems to be a normal thing. But missing a goal didn't match the skills of Pele, because when he struck the ball towards the goal, it was certain that he would score the goal. So he challenged the referee that the goal wasn't at its proper place or was not made on standards. He demanded the measurements of it. So when the goal was measured, Pele turned out to be right, and the goal was fixed a few inches away from its proper place. This incident tells us that how the greatest footballer he is, and it seems he was born for the football. The greatest legend of golf. The Golden Bear Jack Nicklaus is known to be the greatest golfer of all time. Nicklaus loved to be a sportsman, and his father's encouragement was with him. He used to play baseball, soccer, but golf was the most favorite sport of Jack. Jack says, "Do what you love to do the most, and that you know that I can do the best." Jack became a professional at the age of 22 in 1962 and earned his first victory in US Open Championship by defeating Arnold Palmer. Jack Nicklaus won 117 professional tournaments in his 44 years of career, nearly half a century. Jack is an icon of golf. Greatest legend of cricket. Don Bradman is legend of legends of cricket. He was an Australian cricketer who played from 1928 to 1948. Even though it's been 72 years since he retired from cricket, a lot of great cricketers came and went. but no one could be able to break the records of Don Bradman and take his place. Bradman used to practice with a table tennis ball and a 2-inch wide stick. He used to strike the ball from that stick on a rough wall and practice like this for years. And that's what made him so extraordinary. He is known invincible because he made records like highest career batting average 99.94%. He made most double centuries 12, most double centuries in a series 3, most triple centuries 2 that are unimaginable for cricketers, so how will they break them? Bradman died at the age of 92 on 25 February 2001 in Australia, but is still alive in the hearts of cricket fans and was given a great honor by cricket world. Greatest legend of bodybuilding. Some people have the quality of being the best no matter what they do. Arnold Schwarzenegger is one of those people. Actor, businessman, politician, and 7 times Mr. Olympia. Arnold is a legend not only as an actor but as a bodybuilder too. He is the one who made bodybuilding famous worldwide. Arnold also has the record of being the youngest Mr. Olympia at the age of 23. His goal was to be the greatest bodybuilder ever. He has been successful at pursuing his dream. Arnold firstly won the title of Mr. Universe from 1968 to 1970, and after that he became Mr. Olympia for 6 years in a row, from 1970 to 1975, and nobody had a chance against him. And in 1980, he won his last Mr. Olympia and announced his retirement from the sports to continue his career as an actor. He has also proven to be brilliant at acting, and we all are fans of this great superstar.
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last?
That's right, Major. You did.
I lied.
I'm a friend of Sarah Connor. I was told that she's here. Could I see her, please?
No, can't see her. She's making a statement.
Where is she?
Look, it may take a while. You want to wait? There's a bench over there.
I'll be back.
Some damn fool accused you of being the best. Dylan! You son of a bitch. What's the matter? The CIA got you pushing too many pencils? Huh? Had enough?
Make it easy on yourself, Dutch.
Okay.
He is still an inspiration for many to start bodybuilding. Legend of tennis. John McEnroe. He is an American tennis player. McEnroe's attainment of number 1 ranking in 77 singles and 78 double titles in his career makes him undoubtedly the greatest legend of tennis. One more amazing thing was his fights with umpires in matches on points.
Right? You haven't overruled anything. No mistakes whatsoever.
Second stop, please.
Answer my question! The question, jerk!
Code violation, verbal abuse, points, Mr. McEnroe.
He thought he is the champion, not the umpire. And he is not even a player of tennis. And I am superior to him. And I will decide whether it's a point or not. And mostly he was right and got the point. Greatest legend of chess. Garry Kasparov is known to many as the greatest of greats of chess. From 1986 until his retirement in 2005, he was ranked world's number 1 chess player for 18 years in his 19 years career. This absolute genius also has the record of beating the supercomputer of IBM, Deep Blue. However, he lost the match to the computer under standard time controls, as he took longer than the computer to think. And it's obvious thing, he is not a machine. Gary was the undisputed king of chess in his time. And with this last legend's story, our video comes to an end. If you enjoyed the video, you probably know what you are supposed to do. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.